I'm looking at this and I can say, well, I was on the program with Colt before he made it to like LA, New York. I'm excited.
I appreciate that. Thank you. No, I'm excited to say the same thing about you. So, so tell us a little bit. Give us your little. I see you on the street. You have 2 minutes to give me an elevator pitch. Tell me a little bit about you, Mick.
Well, it's really pretty simple. I share with folks is that I came to New Mexico about 40 years ago. I came for a great opportunity and a good paying job. And I moved here and I looked around, blue skies, open spaces, and I said, I think I could hang my hat here for a year or two.
It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place. And then I traveled the state, and it was the people in New Mexico that I fell in love with. That's when I said, this is where I'm going to make home. This is where I'm going to raise my family, start my business, and I've been in business for 35 years. And I'm running for the same reason I came here, except today our state is struggling. The good opportunities and good paying jobs are elsewhere. And I'm running for the U.S. Senate for good paying jobs, great opportunities right here in our state.
That's awesome. That's great. Thank you, Mick. Thank you. So what, you're a business owner. I think that's awesome. For 33, you said 33 years?
Yeah.
30 plus years?
Yeah.
What was that? What kind of business did you operate?
Commercial industrial contractor. So what I share with folks is that I built the buildings, built communities throughout our state. I've done that, as I said, for 35 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Good. That's Jeff, I think, is, and so I want to just give you kudos to that. So you're not only running, you're not only running for a local like state rep or state senate or city council. You're running for the top U.S. Senate positions.
Going to run with, as we say, the big dogs.
You are going to run with the big dogs, and that would be amazing to have you up in Washington, D.C. So tell us a little bit, why did you choose to go for the U.S. Senate instead of like a school board race, city council? Why did you go to the...
Well, yeah, couple big reasons. Number one is that, as I mentioned, that I've worked throughout the state, so I built relationships as well throughout our state. Yeah. That's number one, and real familiar with what goes on, what each area needs and what they're looking for. That's one. Number two is that I've worked with almost every federal agency. I can hold my own and have with federal agencies, and I can hold my own for New Mexico in Washington, and that's what we need, because right now our state is getting run over by the other senators.
Yeah. So what would be, so November 8th, you're elected. What are the first things that you want to do law-wise? Like what's your agenda items? What are your top priorities?
Well, number one is I've been a job creator for 35 years, so I'm going to concentrate on those items that are going to give us jobs right off the chute. Yeah. Making sure our federal government is going and on track to do what they're supposed to do. Like, for instance, is our Air National Guard has no airplanes. We are the only Air National Guard in the United States without airplanes, and Martin Heinrich was in Washington when that happened. So to make sure that our labs and bases have the right mission. Yeah. Number two, that make sure that New Mexico's long tradition that has allowed hardworking ranchers and others to make a living while being good stewards of our federal lands can continue. Those are the type of things that I look at.
That's great. That's a great platform you got there, Mick, and I'm really excited that you're running for this position, and I think having someone like you in the U.S. Senate would be really helpful for our state. So you're not planning. So you love the state. You're not planning on leaving. You want to stay here. This is where you want to make your Like, you have already made your investment. You don't.
This is home.
This is home.
I want to make it clear. This is home. I'll have a place to hang my hat in Washington, but home will always be. Right now, the guy that's in office, as soon as he got into the Senate, he moved his family to Silver Springs, Maryland, and last thing was that he ended up picking up his fishing license for his old home state of Missouri and listed Maryland as his home address.
Wow.
I mean, we need a senator that's going to call New Mexico home.
Yeah, I love it. So, besides running a campaign is a tremendous amount of work. I can't imagine what it's like at this level. Do you get any free time? Do you get any downtime? What do you kind of do for fun? Do you have any like hobbies? Anything that you kind of? Where can people see you? Where can people see you on your day off?
Well, I'm a builder, and it goes without saying that just like the cobbler kids have no shoes. I haven't finished my house yet.
No?
So I'm still working.
You're a contractor and you haven't figured...
I haven't finished my home, so on spare time, I'm trying to finish those last few items, and I enjoy that. And and it is a hobby, but those are the things that I look at. My wife grew up on a farm, and so it's important that I get the irrigation system finished for her.
Yeah.
And a few other things, but that's where I spend my time.
That's great. Well, when you're done with all those projects, there's probably going to be more projects, so don't think you're done with that.
That's
you're
right.
just going to keep fixing up your house. I think I saw in your bio that you were also part of the Boy Scouts of America. Was that?
That's right.
You were an Eagle Scout?
I was an Eagle Scout. I can remember when I became Eagle, got my Eagle badge. Oh yeah, I remember that. And people would say, oh, people are going to remember that for years. I'm thinking, oh, nobody's going to remember that. And they do. And that was the first item in my lifetime that I set a goal, my own goal, nobody else's goal.
Really?
My goal, and I set about to accomplish that. And I've done that from day one. And the other item is that my Boy Scout master that helped me get started and really took me under his wing made a huge difference in my life. I owe him, Alan, that's Ray Bunton, and then Alan Bradford, who also was one of my scoutmasters, took me under his wing, gave me a construction job so I could earn my way through college, and then started my career and hired me when I got out of college.
Wow. I never did the Boy Scouts, but I had a couple friends who were Eagle Scouts as well, and I think that's just a great organization for these young men to get a part of and to really just develop those leadership skills and like set goals for yourself. And so
it's huge. And right now, when we look at the challenges that young men face, Boy Scouts is a great place for them to get their life on track.
Well, thank you for touching base on that. That's really great. I'm glad that we got to talk a little bit about the Boy Scouts of America. Well, we're running out of time, Mick, but I'm going to shoot myself in the foot if I don't ask you this. So if you, when you get elected, are you going to invite me onto the Senate floor? Because I would love to get, I want to see it firsthand. At least invite me to your inauguration. Do you guys do inaugurations?
Yeah, you do swearing in. I've looked up that at least.
All right.
And when I'm in the Senate, come by. I'll give a personal tour to the Capitol building. I can't get you down on the Senate floor, but I will get you a tour of the. I will give you a personal tour.
I'll take you up on that. I love that.